Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great edition of This Week in Wrestling. I'm Brian Webster, and this week reads like a who's who of great...
Hey, you can't be in here!
Hey, what?
Hey, Webster, what are you doing on my show?
Excuse me, but what are you doing here? This is This Week in Wrestling.
1, 2, is this on?
Excuse me.
Are you getting a good feed?
You were thrown off of this program by Commissioner Gilbert Bonk. Do I need to refresh your memory?
If you were trying to put a show together to put people to sleep, that's what you got on the last edition of This Week in Wrestling. Once again, I'm here to save the ratings and save the promotion. So go right ahead. Hurry, quicker, go.
Well, okay, let's talk about Knuckles Nelson, since you are an uninvited member of the show here this week.
And one of my favorite subjects.
Where's your big buddy Woody?
Well, the last time I saw Big Woody, he was with a couple of broads, and I think he's not going to be in right now. Strippers, 2 of them.
Good thing we didn't bring the overstuffed chair. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's great to have you along with us here. It's even great to see you, I suppose. You're so busy. Why are you here? I mean, don't you feel like you should be going out and buying a nice pair of shiny new shears for Brian Day when he cuts that hair of yours?
That's very funny, Webster. That's a good one. But you know something? B.A.D., bald and dumb, Brian Day versus Knuckles Nelson has been going on all over New England. For example, just the other night, I defeated him in the Bangor Civic Center in front of a sellout crowd where I tortured him for 10 minutes in the ring until he finally submitted to the great Knuckles Nelson.
The Bangor, Maine Auditorium?
Yeah, at the State Fair.
I was at the State Fair. I was at the Bangor Auditorium. Superstar Billy Graham backbreaker, and you could have heard a pin drop when one Knuckles Nelson said, "I quit, I quit, I quit."
Well, obviously you were looking at a different match. Let's move on to some of the other things going on here.
Yes, please, let's do, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're glad you're along. We've got a great show lined up for you. We're going to talk about some WCW, ECW, WWF news, and of course, we have got to touch upon the tremendous hair versus hair match, which is coming up very, very soon right here on This Week in Wrestling. It's going to be Brian Day, it's going to be Knuckles Nelson, and it's for the heavyweight championship. So think about that for a minute. Not only could you shave the head of champion Brian Day, but you could also walk away with the New England Heavyweight Championship.
Well, at this point in my career, there's nothing I would like better, Webster, than to be the New England Heavyweight Champion once again. And the humiliation that Brian Day would suffer at the hands of getting his head shaved in front of his hometown maggot fans, I can't tell you how happy I would be to do this to B.A.D. Bald and Dumb, because you're looking at a 10-year pro, an international wrestling star, and I know Brian Day is a powerful man. I know Brian Day is a great wrestler. I know that. But what I do want to say is that 10 years of experience, Brian Day, is what you're going to go up against at the next meeting at the Beach Club Pavilion, August 17th. Webster. Bzzz.
Well, could I ask you a question?
Brian Day is going to get his head shaved.
If you don't mind, may I pose a question to you?
Sure.
If you are that tough and that experienced, which you are, I don't take that away. Former multi-time NWA World Tag Team Champion. You've been a heavyweight champion. You've been a television champion. You've been a World Wrestling Federation jobber. You've done it all in professional wrestling, Knuckles Nelson. What makes you run from Brian Day if you are that good?
I don't know what matches you've been watching, but I've been going toe-to-toe with Day. I executed a perfect front face lock for almost 10 minutes. Which in some circles might bore you to sleep as much as him. But I held him, I brought him down, and there were a few things that happened, and obviously we're not going to show any of that footage. But Brian Day is out of his league. I've said it all before. Actions speak louder than words. On the 17th at the Beach Club, we'll get it all done.
Well, contrary to the opinions of one Knuckles Nelson, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to show some footage.
We're not going to show any footage from the previous event. I already went over that with you in the back.
Since I am in charge of this program now, we are going to take you back in time, ladies and gentlemen. It was the Beach Club Pavilion, Salisbury, Mass. Take a look at Brian Day.
I told you in the back in Salisbury Beach you weren't going to do this. We went over this in the locker room.
Let's go to the footage.
This crowd standing on its feet for the New England Heavyweight Champion, Brian Day. And after what has transpired here on Wrestling Star Wars over the past week or so, this one is going to be nothing
Webster, and it's a question of whether or not he can outsmart Knuckles Nelson. Obviously, Brian Day is bigger, stronger, more muscular, better athlete, but Knuckles Nelson has all the cerebral tools to probably, again, outwit Brian Day.
Referee calls for the bell, and this one will be underway as soon as Mr. Nelson decides to get back inside the ring.
He's being very intelligent here. If these two just lock up and have a traditional wrestling match, Brian Day will bury Knuckles Nelson.
Oh no, did you see that? He just grabbed that young lady's sign. She paid money to sit in that chair.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. This guy, I don't understand where this guy's coming from, Mr. Kincaid.
That sign was in pencil. Knuckles prefers signs done in magic markers or crayons, and he disposed of it.
You know what? You're weird. You are just plain weird. You know, some people. And full of those long locks of Knuckles Nelson, and he's gonna kill him in the hard way. Suplex. Irish whip in. Look out. Oh, gorilla press slam. And down goes Knuckles Nelson. Look out. Head full of steam. Oh wait, there's Gino Martino. There's Gino Martino. A scoop of the 400-pound Martino. Oh wait a second. What's going on? Big Woody's making his way to the ring. There's the 500-pound Big Woody.
Well, Day's not going to be able to slam Big Woody. We know that.
Oh my God! He just slammed